Well, what can I say? I think it's been a really fantastic journey. I've really enjoyed putting this course together for you, and hopefully you've enjoyed working through it. And really, a massive congratulations for working through this. While we've only scratched the surface of building websites and web apps and various other web platforms, these skills that you have will come up again and again and again, no matter how complex things get. This is really the foundation for building your career as a web designer or web developer on. And even if that's not something you want to pursue, these are useful skills to have nonetheless. Now, a lot of people ask at the end of a workshop around this subject, what are the next steps? So I'm going to give you some next steps, and in time I will be creating content for each of these which you can work through at your own pace. So the obvious next step from the very beginning, the third pillar of building websites and web apps that we didn't discuss, is learning JavaScript. That'd be a really great next step. Another option is to learn more advanced CSS. We've only scratched the surface in our areas of color and size and type. And the box model and grid and stuff like that. There's way more advanced CSS that we can write, and I encourage you to go and take a look at that as well. You may choose at this point that actually you're less interested in building really beautiful websites but really functional ones instead, in which case I encourage you to go and learn a server-side language. There are loads of them. There's Ruby or Python or PHP, or you could just use JavaScript and Node.js on the server as well. Another great skill to have is learning how to set up a local server which acts like a server which serves websites to your users, so you can emulate that environment on your own computer. There are loads of approaches for doing that, and again, I'll be creating content over time which I'll link to in the description of this video that shows you how to go about doing that. And finally, learning how to get your website hosted online. This is a massive hurdle for people. A lot of people learn how to write HTML and CSS, but when it comes to hosting those websites online, they stumble a bit. So I'm going to link to some resources in the description, and in time I'll replace them with my own content showing you how to get on with this stuff. So yeah, so this is really it. Thank you so much for coming along on the journey. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any feedback for me, please tweet me. That's my Twitter handle at the bottom there, and I enjoy talking to you all in time. But thank you very much for joining me. Goodbye.